consider reopening your GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Especially when this episode comes out. Like, just open it. It can go towards, medical bills, or it can go towards getting him therapy, whatever kind of therapy.
I was going to say too, I feel like there might be some outreach for him from therapists and counselors that will more than likely, do it, if not for free, like just check-ins and like things like that. So,
yeah, we tried. We went. So like, I think it was like the Red Cross reached out, because there was the fire. So like they reached out and they kind of gave us like directions we could go as far as like things like that. So we were trying to get him in therapy, and it was still going to like cost quite a bit of money. And he was like, I have nothing, And so, he didn't even have insurance. Like he didn't even have medical insurance.
Yeah.
So, he's not been to therapy or anything.
Would he be open to it, you think?
If it was financial, like if it was free.
Yeah. Well, like if I don't want to say like if it was completely free, like, if it was just reasonable, he was open to it when we were checking into things. But then it's like, when people hear that you've been through this, and then they're like, and then you hear like, it's still going to cost you this amount of money.
Right.
Then it's just kind of like, why even try?
Why? Yeah. Totally understand.
So, I think he would be open to it.
But he's not trying. It's like why take 4 steps backward for when I can't, like I cannot afford to go backwards or further in the hole or in the ground to hope that this helps.
Yeah.
Right.
So I understand that. I'm hopeful that there will be some that hear this or listen to this or are told that will think about like pro bono stuff. Because I feel like he definitely needs it, not just for the PTSD, but like the survivor's guilt too.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. He's definitely had some of that for sure. He talks about how much he's like, I just wish I could have got to my gun. He said, I wish I could have got to my gun, because if he hadn't have killed himself, I sure would have done it, and I can't even imagine, like
me either.
It's literally,
it's so hard to even just fathom.
I know. Like me and my husband were talking about it, and we'll be like talking about it, and then we'll get to a point and it's just like, you just quit talking because you're just like trying to grasp what you're even saying. It's crazy.
I will say too, something I learned in therapy and dealing with PTSD, just tell him that when he does think about the story, whether he's telling himself the story or going through what happened or telling someone else or y'all are talking about it, make sure he finishes the story with, but I didn't die and I'm still here for a reason. He doesn't just end it with, and then that was it. Make sure he ends it with, and I'm still here for a reason. There's still a purpose, and I'm the one that's still here to tell this story. Make sure he ends it with a positive, but that he's still here for a purpose. That will help at least a little bit, especially in his own head, if he can get in the habit of finishing the story with that.
Yeah.
It will stop putting such a question mark on why. And it kind of turns to, but this is the fact. So, but this is the fact. I cannot fathom. I have no words. Like what he's dealing with and going through. Man.
Just like a funny